Hey everybody, Resident Loser Jeremy here. Today we're doing another one mic video. This one is super cool. The AEA R88. Let's go! Woo. The AEA R88 is a stereo ribbon mic. That means you have two elements in this thing. This is technically two mics, but it's in one casing. You're buying it as one mic. We're considering it a one mic for all intents and purposes. So this is much more expensive than the other two mics that we've done in this series. I'll link them up here. The SM57, which was $99, the KSM32, which I think is $499 or $350 if you're getting it used. I'm all about buying used mics. This one is a little different. This is $2,000. This is expensive. We're starting to get into really pricey territory here. But if you're gonna buy one mic and you have some cash to drop and you're not wanting to buy like an entire mic locker, you don't want to buy all these preamps to run all these things at the same time, if you're just gonna buy one, which is technically two, this one is a good one. The AEA R88 stereo ribbon mic, super flexible. For most of the things we're doing, we're actually using it in mono. I'm only gonna use one of the elements. Even when we did the drums, we did it technically stereo. We used both of the elements in the microphone. It was placed sideways so that it's picking up the snare and the kick. I'm not wanting to pick up a stereo picture with this. It was just to give me extra control when I only had one mic. So I still kept that mono punchy drum sound, but I had all the control of separating the kick and snare into two separate channels, which was awesome for just having one microphone. I typically use this thing for overheads or for a stereo drum room, and it is fantastic on all of those. I haven't used it in most of the situations that I'm gonna use it today, and I was really impressed. This one turned out really cool, and I hope it should for the price tag, but I sang on this track. Give me a break. Not a very good singer. Yeah, I tuned it because you don't want to hear that. Like I said, we use most of this in mono. We use one side of this microphone into preamp and just using it that way. If you dig that sound, you can actually get this much cheaper in the form of the AEA R84, which this mic is just essentially two of those stacked on top of each other and then rotated to get a stereo picture. So the AEA R84 is the mono version of it, and I believe it's half the price. So it gets it into the ballpark of a more affordable situation if you really truly want one channel. But if you're gonna use one mic and you really want that stereo feel and you never have to worry about, is this in phase, is it not, this does it for you. So if you're gonna pick up two 84s and you're gonna use them in the stereo situation anyway, go this route, trust me. I think after this video, if I shut the studio down, if I sell all my gear, a lot of mics I really like, but I can tell you, one mic that is coming with me is the R88. This thing really impressed me. I didn't know if I wanted to do this, one, because it was a stereo mic, and we can get into the fact, is it one mic, is it two mics? It's buying one microphone. I'm gonna consider it one mic. The other reason I wasn't quite sure about this was it's so expensive, so much more so than the other ones, but I truly have a new appreciation for this microphone, and I'm gonna be using it on a lot more just because this is great. We've got Luke coming over to play the drums on this. I'm gonna be playing some acoustics, electrics. I'm gonna be singing, and we kind of made this kind of little acoustic, ethereal, intimate, gritty thing, trying to play on all the things that this mic can do. It can be very soft and intimate, and then it can also have some attitude, kind of show that off. Anyway guys, stick around to the end. Hit the like button if you like what's going down. Subscribe for more of these one mic videos, and let's get going. Might even just set up like kick, snare, hat.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like just super simple.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the theme. Big festival.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a little swivel?
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 Swiffer?
Yeah, just go ahead and keep playing a little bit. I'm gonna dial this in. This sounds pretty good right off the bat. This is insane. The kick sounds awesome. I kind of want a little more out of the snare.
Okay.
But I don't want to move the mic. Would you be comfortable like lifting the snare up physically?
Sure, yeah. Actually, it's a little low. I think that'll be better.
First position we're trying, R88. Trying to use one side of the mic to pick up the kick, one side to pick up the snare. Worked awesome. We just raised the snare just a little bit. We're gonna see what happens. Holy cow. Here, play along to the track a little bit. This sounds so cool. I just have it in some boring preamps. I kind of want to move this over so I can EQ it. Huh?
I'm loving this. I want to record an album like this.
Can you hear it too? Now play with it real quick. That's nuts.
It's got a nice little pop on the snare drum.
So this is surprising. I did not really expect to have this much control over both the kick and snare. Placing it like this, I'm not sure this would work with a full drum kit, but in a situation like this is awesome. I am clipping going into Pro Tools, but I don't really hear a clip, so I'm gonna go with it. Like the kick fills, but like they could more be on the snare, like tap tap. Yeah, drag out kind of the bridge to almost like a clocks thing, where it just feels like it keeps going around.
Cool.
So here we go. Here comes that verse spot. Okay, well, drums went way smoother than we thought.
Yes.
So, and two people who like relatively black coffee, and my wife decides to go get us coffee because she's super nice. They're all out of cold brew. They're all out of iced coffee. So we end up with we basic. So with acoustics, we're just going to use one side of this because technically this is a stereo mic. There's two mics in there. We're just going to use the first one, the left one, one or two. It doesn't matter. I just picked one because it's there. I didn't want a stereo acoustic. I just want something mono. Nothing in this track is really going to be stereo. So anyway, here we go. Acoustics done. I'm gonna move the mic, do some electric guitars. Here we go. We're gonna do electric guitars now. I've got an amp set up in the other room. We're gonna send it through the Weber cab here. If you wanna see how I'm gonna mic this, go to my other video. I'm gonna link it on this side. It's called the Goo side. Check out the thought process behind the miking. So I'm just gonna slap this up here. We're gonna use one side of it because I want a mono guitar. I'm probably gonna do it twice. We'll see. With the bass on these one mic things, I'm just doing like a DI, but this time I'm going to do something different. I'm actually going to go through the Kemper that's blinking back there in the background, run through the power amp out, and I'm going to use just the speaker section of my Fender Vibralux, and I'm just going to go straight into those 10-inch speakers because I think that'll sound cool. We're going to mic it up the same way as we did the guitars, using one side of that ribbon mic just right up against the speaker. See what it sounds like. to see through these daydreams. I'm real, but am I really asleep right now? I know it's all just imagined. I can't seem to mask it, and I know better. You'll break it, this can't be overstated, how fragile this can be. I walk a thin line, don't push too hard, you'll break it, this can't be overstated, how fragile this can be. You and I run with the undertaker, don't stand there and stare, just wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. So, I didn't really expect that. Those drum tones are probably some of my favorite drum tones we've ever gotten.
One of my favorite snare sounds we've ever gotten, for sure.
I was definitely surprised with the amount of control there was, like setting it up on that sideways, trying to get the kick and then the snare. I didn't think I could separate those out into two different preamps and control the snare sound and the kick sound with one mic. That was not really expected, but a cool bonus for a mic that's still technically one mic, but two mics, kind of.
I don't even feel like there were any sacrifices made. It just sounded really good.
These one mic videos are really starting to kind of upset me because I set up so many mics all the time. So much good results with just this.
Yeah.
It is important to remember, like, there's different flavors with certain microphones. This mic is way more expensive than the other two we've done. The 57, which is 99 bucks. The KSM 32, which was, I don't know, 350 if you buy them used. This one, not a cheap one, but if you're gonna have one mic that could technically pass as one mic, this is a pretty cool one to have if you're just gonna buy one and you don't need something crazy hi-fi, because this has like that natural grit and like intimacy. I wanted to go like a different route with this one. Like, I really wanted something acoustic and that lo-fi drum thing. I don't think it'll pick up a full kit.
Yeah.
Maybe it will.
It'd be interesting to try that, maybe. It was really ideal for this setup, just kick, hi-hat, snare.
It's a different sound than I expected, and I feel like it's not one mic. I'm Resident Loser Jeremy, Resident Loser Luke. If you like this, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe for more of these one mic things. Give us a like. See you in the next one.
Okay.